The first group of cyclic ethers are the epoxides. To name these, we just use the numbers of the carbons it's attached to and use the word epoxy to denote that it's an epoxide. For this example here, if this is a 6-member ring, here's the epoxide, here's a methyl group. This would be 1,2-epoxy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-methyl cyclohexane, and then trans. This is up and that is down. The next group, the 4-member rings, oxetanes. You don't see these too often because of the ring strain, just like with the 4-member carbon rings. But to name these, you take this as the base and then name it accordingly. You always start with the heteroatom as number 1. The heteroatom is just a fancy term for the atom that is not carbon. So this will be number 1. Here's an ethyl group, 2 methyl groups. So 2-ethyl, 3,3-dimethyl oxetane. And the other ones basically follow the same kind of naming. You take this to be the base compound, and then you just name it. It's kind of like naming, it's like using benzene. You name everything, and benzene is the base. 5-member rings, furans and oxalanes. A furan has these double bonds. This is the structure, and often this is the common name, and more often you'll see it referred to as tetrahydrofuran. This with the bonds replaced by hydrogens, the double bonds, or it's also called oxalane, but usually you see it just written as THF. And to name it, it's basically doing the same as this. Same with pyrans and oxanes. This is what the structure looks like, but naming, exactly the same kind of thing. It's not really complicated. And the last one are the dioxanes, which have 2 oxygens on the ring. And it's not really complicated either, but you just have to name where the oxygens are. So this is 1,4-dioxane. And it doesn't have to be on opposite sides of the rings. Here's another example. We've got 2 oxygens and a methyl group, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You could start with this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but then you have to go to a higher number, so you go this way. This would be 4-methyl 1,3-dioxane.